Okay. This is like the worst mask. I have such a, yeah. I have a better one. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Friday the 13th. I have the shittiest mask on right now. I have such a better one. But I didn't want to dig in, okay? I didn't want to dig in. I was lazy today, but it's fine. So, this is our Friday the 13th episode. How exciting. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. This does not happen. Fun fact, this is one of 3 Friday the 13th of this year, which is the maximum number of times that this date can occur in one single year. So, let's buckle up and jump right in to Friday the 13th of Simply Carifying. Dun dun dun. I lost my hat. Let me fix it. Wardrobe. One sec. Okay, here we are. You can't see. Can you see? Friday the 13th. I think there's like a huge Jason mask on the back of my shirt. It is what it is. So, what is so great or not great about Friday the 13th? I love today. You know why? Because this day actually scares the fuck out of a lot of people. So entertaining. Oh my gosh. Especially people who don't ever watch the movies. Have you seen? Yeah. Okay. Do you know how many movies Friday the 13th there are? Let's check real quick. If you haven't seen them, you should see them. You know who Jason is? Come on. Let's see. Friday the 13th movies. You got some catching up to do if you haven't seen any. Okay, here we go. We've got Friday the 13th, and then part 2, part 3, the final chapter. Is it ever? No. Let's see. A New Beginning. We have Jason Lives. The New Blood. Let's see. Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason Goes to Hell. The Final Friday. No, it's not. And, you got Jason X. So anyway, and then, the list goes on and on. So what is so good? Or aside from Jason related things, what are some things significant about Friday the 13th? What about it? If you're not a fan of the shows or the lore like that, there are some other things. Okay. Let's see. Here's one. Knights Templar. A popular theory links the date to Friday, October 13th, 1307. Okay, maybe this isn't what I thought. Anyway, let's see. King Philip the IV of France ordered mass arrest. You know what? No, we're gonna stick to the superstitions and the phobia side because that's what's fucking fun about today. Now, unfairly, we've already talked about this, but my mom was born on Friday the 13th. And it's just not fair. She was born on Friday the 13th. And I was born on a Monday the 31st. How fucked up is that? That's just a... It's not fair, but that's what it is, So it worked out. Did you know that there is a fear of Friday the 13th? Like actual phobia. It's got a lot of letters, and I don't think that I can say it, but I'm going to sure try. There's 2 versions of it, so let's try it. I'll spell it for you first. It says the fear of Friday the 13th is scientifically known as, and here it goes, PARASKEVIDEKATRIA phobia. Let's try it. Okay. Oh my god. Paraskevidecatriophobia. Okay. The other one is, I don't know why there's 2. It's just as long, but it starts with an F. Let's try it. Frigatriska. I swear it's FRIGGATRISKAIDEKA phobia. Frigatriskaphobia. Frigatriska. I don't know. you people are insane. If this is the legit fear, they had to name it, right? And I feel like it was just someone doing this on a keyboard and just putting phobia at the end, okay? Whatever. So on this day, some people follow specific behavioral taboos to avoid bad luck. They avoid major events. So many postpone travel or surgeries or large financial decisions. Seriously, some people take this day as just like it's a bad omen. The next one, common omens. Believers may specifically avoid black cats crossing their path, walking under ladders, or breaking mirrors. So you're just dumping in all of bad luck superstition, and this is just part of it. This is just another piece of that puzzle. Structural omissions. Over 80% of high-rise buildings lack a labeled 13th floor, and many airports skip gate 13. I've never paid attention in the airport to the gate thing, but I can confirm that I've been in at least 2 hotels, yes, that just no, it doesn't exist, you know? The numbers, it's so weird to look at because you think of the numbers, you know, the lights. There's a 12 and there's a 14 and 13 is just plain gone. I mean, is that like, why? Why? So there's, of course, the media franchise. You know, we went over all the movies. If you don't get the films, these are old school slasher films, at least the early on ones, and primarily set at Camp Crystal Lake. Now, only a few have been released on the date. 5 have been released on a Friday the 13th, which is actually really, really cool. I want to say some anniversary things happen there too. So Jason Voorhees is the iconic killer, known for his hockey mask, a lot better than mine, and machete. I should have had a freaking machete if I could go back. Too late now. He has the highest kill count of any major horror icon. Fun fact if you didn't know, with approximately, any guesses? Any? How many people has Jason killed? Let's just see. 146, approximately. Did you ever play the game? They actually came out with a game years ago on Xbox, and I thought this was going to be so fucking cool to play because I love Jason. I don't know why this is like one of my go-tos. I mean, Michael's great, you know, and then Freddy is his own stuff. But like, there's just something about Jason merch that just tugs at the heartstrings. I don't know why. I have so much shit. I do. If I would have thought about it, like really thought about it, I would have had all the little things all around here for the setup today. But I mean, just take my word for it. I'm a fucking weirdo, and it is what it is. So this game, you got to be either one of 7 or 8 survivors, or you get to be Jason. And there were variant, Jasons. This was so much fun because when it first came out, you have like a map, and basically you have to escape. And usually on every map, there are 2 ways to escape. Or 2 vehicles to escape with. How about that? 2 vehicles to escape with that you can assemble essentially and, make your way. Or you call the cops and you have to wait. But to do that, like, it's just a series of steps for each thing to try to escape. Meanwhile, this guy is, trying to kill you because he's Jason. So it got to be like really, just how it was in the beginning was really, really cool because if you're talking in chat, for example, everyone, unless you had that specific piece that let you hear everyone, you could only hear people when they were in range. And the shitty part is, or the perk, I guess, of it was, however you looked at it, Jason could actually start talking to you as he got closer, which it was kind of fucking creepy because he's close enough to where you can hear him, which means he ain't that far to fucking kill you. So I think for there was a boat sometimes in which you needed a thing of gas and a propeller and maybe a key. And then the car had a battery, gas, and a key. So maybe the boat was just a propeller and gas. I don't know. But either way, you had to work with people to try to find these things and get out there and put the shit together. and then try to escape. And it was just really, really, like, Jason would be alerted, you know, as you were getting closer, or if you messed up on, like, putting the battery in or the gas or whatever, then he'd show up and he could wreck it or try to stop you. And it was really, really good. But eventually got buggy, and whatever lawsuit, whatever, they kind of pulled the plug, and now you can't fucking play it anymore. But there is always room for something to come back. So, the upcoming, let's see, a prequel series titled Crystal Lake finished filming late 2025 and is expected to debut on Peacock in 2026. Potentially on one of the year's Friday the 13th dates. Well, let's just check on that. What did we say? Crystal Lake release date. And it's a TV series. That's a lot of things they do now. Ooh, nope. No date just yet. Goodness. This is a prequel series, Crystal Lake. So I guess before all the things, you know, sometimes they do really, really well with shit like that, and sometimes it's just like, why? You're ruining it. You're making me cry. So, let me see. There's action figures, of course. Original films go back to the 80s, the Ultimate Collections, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. What cultural events are linked to Friday the 13th? You know? It is coming up, and ironically enough, it's the day I leave for vacation. Ah, what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna put that out there. I'm still going though. Tickets are already bought. You know what I mean? Like it's going to happen. So, Friday the 13th tattoos. I know that at my tattoo shop, usually on a Friday the 13th, they do their deal days where it's kind of like you get what you get, and it's either $13 or, you know, and you throw in a $7 tip or whatever for luck or whatever. I don't know. Sometimes they just do like very simple things from the movies, or they'll just do something bad luck-ish, you know, a little black cat doodle or something like that. Let's see. Port Dover Motorcycle Rally in Ontario, where thousands of motorcyclists gather for a massive rally every time a Friday the 13th occurs. Is that true? A tradition that began in 1981. Well, I've never heard of it, but I live down here in the States. So, Ontario, eh? A giant. Thousands of motorcyclists. For every... Fact check. Let's try it. Real quick. Let's see. Port Dover. Port Dover Motorcycle Rally. It comes up. Friday the 13th. It says every Friday the 13th and can exceed over 100,000 people, with summer events being the largest. Oh yeah, being February Friday the 13th. Fuck that. I don't think... Maybe this will be the exception. Because it's probably fucking cold. I mean, it's cold down here. I couldn't imagine being up in fucking Ontario. No, thank you. Horror movie marathons. Time-honored tradition. I wonder what you're gonna watch. Halloween, maybe? No. I do have friends that have not seen a single Friday the 13th movie. And what I tell them all the time is one of these days, we're going to get together and I'm going to bring my projector and we're going to watch all of them. Or, because that's a long time, we're probably going to watch at least one of them. Outside, in the dark, you know, really late at night. So yeah, if you hear something in the woods behind you, you're going to freak out. And maybe I hired someone to scare the shit out of you. I don't know. There are also like events around Halloween time where you can, it's kind of like an experience, right? I read about this like 1 or 2 years ago where they set it up by a lake. It's a camping excursion type deal. So you're in tents, and the thing is at night when everyone goes to sleep, I guess it turns into like a game situation, like an immersive game where some fucking psycho is trying to pull you out of your tent, or, you know, making a lot of noise and just freaking you out. Really just making you feel like you're a victim on a movie from so long ago. Good times, right? Could be. Could be. French superstition lottery. In France, National Lottery, or Lotto, often sees a massive surge in players on Friday the 13th. For many French citizens, the day is actually considered lucky for gambling, something I did not know, leading to special super jackpot draws. Well, you learn something new every day. We learned a couple new things, I think. I did. I don't know. All right, so rituals to ward off bad luck for those of you with that long-ass phobia name. You know, knocking on wood. Is that, like, I don't think that's directly with Friday the 13th, but I guess it's just part of that. Okay, so warding off bad luck. Okay, salt tossing, lucky charms, yada. Let's see, cultural variations. So actually in Spain and Latin America, the unlucky day is actually Tuesday the 13th, which doesn't have the same ring at all. Like, at all. Let's see, the horror film, I don't know, Marta's 13. We'll go to the next one. Let's see. In Italy, Friday the 17th is actually considered the unluckiest date. The number 13th is often viewed as lucky in Italian culture, though American pop culture has introduced some modern wariness. Pagan traditions. Let's see. Some modern pagans and Wiccan groups view the day as lucky, as it celebrates the 13th monthly lunar cycles and divine femininity. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. So, what I do know is that tomorrow is Valentine's Day. This shit doesn't really line up, ever, right? So here's the thing. Friday the 13th, a day before Valentine's Day. If you've ever seen any slasher movie, any of them, sex and romance don't typically stand a chance when it comes to slashers. Not really. In fact, the day of love and sex is right after the day of, you know, slash and kill and maim and all that stuff. Like, all the things movie-wise. Like, typically you take your relationship that you're going to celebrate tomorrow, and if you were in a movie, both of you would die. That's what it would be like if you were in a Friday the 13th movie. I'm just saying, it's not a Disney situation. It's not a Hallmark situation. This is Friday the 13th where shit gets real. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very excited that the 2 days are close together. I don't know why. Tomorrow I'm going to be in a different place, and we're going to be celebrating, like, however, drinks and all. Like, it's just the geeky part of my horror slashing lover self, the 2 days being close together. I don't know why that's such a big thing for me. I have no idea. It's just very exciting. I love everything that people hate, apparently. I do. Black cats, they are my first choice. Okay? Ladders, I'm not a fan of, just because no one climbs a ladder for fun. That's just, it's work. You know, it's leading to work. And so, you know, I have to do it. Don't get me wrong, I have to do it. But, like, who the fuck goes under a ladder? I mean, I don't know. Like, I have. So maybe that's part of my problem? I don't know. But the day itself, I think because it bothers so many people, it makes it more enjoyable for me. Now, maybe that's just the secret sadist weirdo fangirl. I don't know. But I mean, it's not a bad thing to me. So, what are you going to do this evening? Are you like sporting your Jason stuff? Like, is this when you go out? I'm not saying carry a fucking machete around or anything like that. We don't need that kind of stuff. But, like, you should do something on Friday the 13th. I mean, it is like, it's Friday for one, so, like, work week wrapped up, yes please. Why not kick back with a old-timey slasher, thriller, slasher, a thrasher. You should definitely take advantage of today. Just, even if you're just people watching, you might see some funny, like, you'll see some stuff. Some people acting, I don't know, and you might, it might just be me that kind of sees the weirdness of today. Some people without any, I say that, and then things start making noise over here. Dun, dun, dun. Please don't be Jason. Please don't be Jason. Jason. I think we're good. But just find the fun in today. You know, even if you don't see it as anything but a day on the calendar, boo to you. But just know that somewhere Friday the 13th is being celebrated in one way or another. And it's not like it's a huge deal. It's just a fun thing. You know what I mean? Like, yesterday was Thursday the 12th, and tomorrow's fucking Valentine's Day, so that's another kicker. If you have not got your shit together for Valentine's Day, one, shame on you, but two, there are so many cute things for horror lovers for Valentine's Day, Jason included. You could give her this bloodied up slash box of chocolates. Just, oh my god, there are so many cute things. Like, there's even just like plushies and everything. Oh my god. Like, Be Mine or Else, you know, just so romantic things. Such romantic. Clearly I'm a little bit delusional, and it's totally fine. I mean, you're the one that keeps coming back here, so it's what it is. I've been me the whole time. Now you just know that I have an affinity for old school slasher, thriller films. So yeah. So, to all the cool creeps out there, happy Friday the 13th. We get 2 more this year, which again, 3 is the most you can get in a year, so that's means it's going to be a good year for me. I've decided 2026 is going to be good, and this is just another sign for that. So, and if you've also never looked at a calendar, okay, if you're so anti-Jason, just know that if you look at the calendar, okay, the months, July, August, September, October, November spells Jason. Some people don't know that, so you're welcome. Okay? And if you haven't seen any of the fucking movies, go watch a fucking movie. Come on. Don't be an uncultured swine. I mean, they are old and they are corny. And if you see people having sex in these movies, just know they're not going to live long. That's pretty much a calling card for I'm next. So there you go. Enjoy the day, whatever it means to you, and, you know, go adopt a black cat and all the fun things, and watch the movies, enjoy the stuff, and for God's sakes, if you don't have your shit together for Valentine's Day, which is tomorrow, you might be next. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. I've given several warnings this week. So, get your shit together, get to the store, and get all your goods, because tomorrow's the day of love, and today's the day of, you know, unlucky, lucky. It is what it is. So, happy Friday the 13th. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun junk, and we will see you next time. Have a great weekend.